Good morning, it's Sheila from She's a Sassy Lady, and I wanted to just spend a couple minutes with you this morning. I'm looking to create a card, and I'm doing another sympathy card. I know that last time I did a sympathy card, but I'm using them. It's unbelievable. I hate the fact that I'm using them, but I am. I made 4 up, and every one of the 4 that I made I've had to use. So at any rate, I have one that I made in the system on my Gypsy, and I used, and you can use any cartridge you want, but I am so excited about my Art Philosophy cartridge, and I use it for so many things, and I thought I'd show you. I made a window card, a window sympathy card out of Art Philosophy, and let's see, it's page 35, using it right here. Sorry, you're getting glare. Right here, and I set that up A2 size and set it 2 up on my Gypsy. Now let's see if I can't get this where you can see on my Gypsy. And then Wildcard has the words with sympathy, so I went to Wildcard, and let me get Wildcard up for you, and let's see if I can find it real fast on my I love having my cartridges on my iPad. Wildcard, and I wish I could find it faster than this, but it's on there, and it's with sympathy. Now the only thing I have to caution you is when you're doing these and you're using Wildcard, it's designed especially for that card. So if you're doing like a 5.5 inch card, it's only going to come up this little, even though you've categorized it as 5.5 inches. So you really have to play with it. But if you remember, on the window cards, you got to play with it anyway, so what difference does it make? So all I did is I used the window card from Art Philosophy, and then I found the words. I did a search and found, you know how on Cricut Craft Room you can do a search. It's the fastest way to do a search. And it pulls up, and you can see all different kinds of what it looks like. And I did with sympathy, and of course, can I put my fingers on it right now? And I can show you that it is with sympathy. Here, Wildcard, and we'll go to Wildcard. And it's right here on the top, so it's one of the first ones. That's why I started in the middle. I'm trying to make it easy, but I'm not. And I love this, the fact that I can go through all these cartridges and look at them and look at the books so fast and so easily. It's just amazing. When I'm actually working downstairs with my Gypsy, right here, first page, with sympathy, right there. Okay, so that's on there. Okay, so I'm going to put my iPad away. With my Gypsy, all I did was I used the little box, filled in the little box, made it A2 size, did it 2 up side by side, and let me zoom in so you can see this. They're side by side, as you can see, okay? But before I welded all the parts together, once I got it to the size I wanted, I did the plus sign, went to layer 2, and pasted with sympathy. And I pasted 2 of them there, so that when I cut it out, my base of my card is going to have with sympathy on it, but it's going to be the same card as the same color as the background. So you want to be able to lay a contrasting color. And I like glitter paper myself, but I don't think I'm gonna. I don't know. I'll see what I've got and get something that's appropriate for a sympathy card. And then I did the inside of the card with just little rectangles with the soft cropped corner edges. So I'm doing a card that's 2 up, and it's so easy. And you know what I like is the fact that I've got it on my Gypsy. It'll stay on my Gypsy, so if I need another one, I've got it. It's easy peasy. It's a nice card. And what I'm going to do is stamp the inside. And I got the Close to My Heart Card Chatter Sympathy. Excuse me. I always run up the stairs, then I turn this on and I start talking to you. and then I'm drying the throat. And in the inside, I'll use one of these sympathy, one of these thoughts, God bless you, just a note to brighten your day and chase the clouds away. I'm not going to use that one. I just don't like that one. It's a nice thing for other things, but thinking of you could be stamped in the inside with sympathy on the front. I guess with sympathy, that would do. And then God bless you, I like that. Heartfelt wishes, I like that. And thinking of you, just sitting here thinking of you. Not that one. My favorite is just a little prayer that God will keep you in His care. Is my absolute favorite, and I keep using it over and over and over and over again on these sympathy cards because I think that's the perfect sentiment. So at any rate, I'll probably use that. But anyway, let's get to work. I'll get this cut out and then we'll get back together again. Okay? Thank you. Well, I'm busy cutting away, as you can hear, and I wanted to show you, this is what the base of the sympathy card, I better go out a little bit. This is what the base of the sympathy card looks like. Now, I used K and Company. I've got a bunch of her stacks, or a bunch of those stacks that are left over, or not left over, there's just a very few sheets in it, and I thought I'm going to start using those up because I've got some beautiful close to my heart papers I want to use, and I just need more storage room, besides which I can't really justify buying any more paper until I use up what I have right now. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? It's just a cream colored cardstock with little red and green flowers, and then the inside looks like this, and then I used a cream sheet to go around here. So you'll see that in just a minute. But I thought I'd show you how nicely that just cuts out in one piece, and with one cut I have two cards. Now I could stick this on the score pad, but you know what? It's just as fast as to do it just like this. There, we've got that scored and ready to go. And I'll be back to you in just a few minutes as soon as I get this done. Thank you. Okay, I'm back. And as you can see, when I set the with sympathy on there with the red in the inside, it kind of just blends right in and it just looks like a big red square. But we'll fix that in just a minute. In the meantime, what I'm going to do right now is just glue this on. And while I'm gluing, my mouth is going to go in gear. I know, imagine that. Surprise, surprise. I was in Florida last week. Can you stand it? All the rain. We went to the beach. It was our yearly vacation where we go on the beach. And you all know from hearing other videos of mine and watching my blog, etc., etc., I am a beach nut. I love, love, love the beach. Well, we went, and Sunday we had a beautiful day on the beach. Monday we had another beautiful day on the beach. Wednesday was a beautiful day on the beach, but the water was very choppy, and you just knew that there was a storm out there, you know. But we played in the water, and it was hysterical. At one point, I was walking, and I guess I looked down for just a second, missed the wave that was coming my way, and it literally knocked me flat on my back on the ocean floor. And I want to tell you, I was only in like 7-8 inches of water, and I laid there. Well, I'm laughing so hard I can hardly catch my breath. I finally get up just to look, and I see my husband laughing his rear end off and me laying there, you know. And a wave comes up from behind him and knocks him flat on his belly. And he's then on his hands and knees. I'm laughing. Well, we were out there, and let me tell you, I had to come in. I could not catch my breath because every time, you'd get a breath of air in you, one of those big, huge waves would hit you and knock the air right out of you. So I came in and rested for a minute and then went right back out, of course. And then on Wednesday, we went to the beach. It was raining. We went, and they had the chairs out, and we had rented our chairs for the week, and you're going to get wet anyway on the beach. So we went, and we just sat under the umbrella. It wasn't windy or anything at that point in the day, and sat under the umbrella in our little chairs and just listened to the waves and that, and it was beautiful. We were outside in the rain, It rained for about an hour and then it cleared up, but it was so windy. We finally ended up going in because we were freezing. We had towels wrapped around us because it was so cold. Here was a 79 degrees out, but it had winds, gusts of winds, 32 miles an hour. And it was normally 18 miles an hour wind, so it was a bit chilly out there. But like I said, we're beach people. We love the beach, hubby and I, so we just stuck with it. Had a great time, and then it rained Thursday and Friday, and we came home on Friday, a day early. Glad we did, because we missed all the traffic, and it just rained anyway, it just poured. And on Friday instead, we took the children. We had our grandchildren with us, and then we had grandchildren here, and so we ended up with 8 grandchildren by us, and we took them bowling. Had the greatest time. I haven't bowled in so long, and we just had a great time, and I was so proud of myself because I got a couple strikes. I actually ended up with 129 score. Can you stand it? And my first game, and only 104 on my second game. But I was the big winner on the first game. And my son passed me up on the second game. He was just having a hard time slip-sliding away. So now I've got the inside I'm trying to get on. And this is just a pretty card, because it is floral, and it's subtle, yet it's dark. This one is kind of masculine with sympathy. There you go, like that. And I'll be back in a second. What I'm going to do is put the other card together, and then we'll stamp them together, and I'll finish up my story. Well, I'm back, and I've got the card ready. The just a little prayer that God will keep you in His care is what my final decision was. I've got some close to my heart black ink. I am using the Fiskars one because the lines, the words were so little. You know, on the little ones, I wanted to make sure that everything was straight on it. And so I like this. I've learned to really work on it, and it helps me keep things straight because, as we know, I'm kind of a newbie, 1-year stamper. And my hair is probably going to get in the way, and I apologize. Anyway, I went, we had a great time bowling, and then we had a birthday party for my grandson on Saturday night. And well, Saturday we went bowling, and Saturday night we had the Christmas party, and it was so, the Christmas party, birthday party. But Saturday afternoon when we came home from bowling, it's raining, but it was hot out. It was like 84, but it was real humid, and the children wanted to go swimming, so we let them go swimming. Why not? You know, they're going to get wet anyway. There was no thunder, no lightning, so it worked out good. Just a little prayer that God will keep you in His care. Look how beautiful that's stamped up. Now this is a nice, simple card. Now normally I stamp with, handcrafted by Sheila McShay, but because it's a sympathy card, I kind of want to keep it simple and keep it elegant. And I'm just going to take a regular pen and sign Sheila 2013 and just leave it simple like that. Okay? And again, I'm going to use the other, and with the Close to My Heart stamp sets, they come with this little foam, and it's really great because when you stamp something, you get such a nice crisp stamp. You know, you can push and push on it, and it gives you a nice crisp stamp, and I like that. And even a novice like me, or even maybe you might be a novice, you'll find the Close to My Heart stamps are really, really nice to work with. And if you have trouble lining things up, get one of these little Fiskar things. They're really nice. And I used my coupon. Got 40% off at Michael's with it. And they have it at Hobby Lobby, and they have it at Joann's. It's just that I happen to be in Michael's and used my coupon there. And there we go. We have everything all set up. Turned out beautiful, didn't it? And I have 2 sympathy cards in no time at all. And got to spend a little bit of time with you. My design team, aren't they doing fantastic? We've got a couple new ladies, and they are doing just wonderful. And a couple of them are newbies to blogging, and they're just doing great. They're very talented ladies, and they finally gave into blogging and doing that, and which is a lot of fun. And getting to see what everyone's doing in the blogging world, you know. If you don't blog, give it a try. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of people that you can meet and become friends with. And over the years, I've become friends with lots of ladies, and it's really a lot of fun. Anyway, thank you for joining us today. She's a sassy lady, and I hope you found this useful. I've been trying to, I'm so far behind in everything because of, you know, personal life. Enjoying myself, personal life, that I thought I've got to do cards that I need, and I need sympathy cards. I need some more birthday cards. And like I said, it was my grandson's birthday, and I didn't have time to stop and make one specifically for him, and I did have a bunch of them in my stash, but I noticed that I've got a bunch of them, but they're kind of girly, you know. So I think what I'm going to start working on next is some manly birthday cards. And I was noticing, oh, I don't have it. I picked up a stamp set from, excuse me, I got a tickle in my throat. Cards TV has to do with men. And I thought, oh, I could probably use that and use it for making some birthday stamps. So, I mean, birthday cards, and stamp some sentiments on that. So, at any rate, you have a wonderful day. Thank you for joining us today at She's a Sassy Lady. And, oh, that stamp set is Card Chatter Sympathy. Excuse me. Have a great day. Bye now.